You ready?
Born ready.
He's ready. I'm ready. It's time to get this show on the road. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 17th best podcast last week, as voted by nobody. It's, of course, the Gruppetto 2.0 with me, Chris Pritchard, and as ever, the man you all come to listen to, Cameron Jeffers. Yeah. Hi, Cam.
Well, you're the host, so I feel like people come to listen to you.
No. It's like having a special guest on every single episode when you're on. Do you not think?
Who's the special? What? I'm the special guest.
Yeah. Like you're a guest and a host.
So I'm a guest again. I mean, I thought we.
No, but like a.
Listen, the contract says all the revenue is split 50-50. And if it's split 50-50, that means we're co-hosts. I'm not a guest. You're not the host. We're co-hosts.
Do you know what, mate? You can have 100% because 100% of Sweet FA is the same as what I'm getting.
Oh, you're not getting paid anything for this?
What? Are you getting paid? Wait, this is on my channel. How can I not be getting paid and you are?
Wait, technically you're getting paid because you're earning ad revenue off this.
Oh, yeah. In fact, here's an ad right now. Bosh. You all right, Cam?
Yeah, mate. I'm good. What are you up to?
Just, not much, actually.
Same as last week. Nothing.
No, I've picked up an injury, Anna. I thought it'd be a good time. Mind you, probably not you, because you probably don't. You've probably never had an injury, but.
Hey mate, I've had quite a few actually. I've broken my arm. I've broken my leg. I've torn all 3 ligaments in my ankle.
All right. Well, I'll back it up then. As soon as I said it, and then I realised, right, he's raced BMX, so he definitely has fallen off at some point and bust something.
Yeah, sorry, I'll let you have your little moment.
No. The only reason I'm saying I think we should talk about injuries today and how we get over them and what the best course of action is for them, because I know like all I want to do now at the minute is go and ride, but I guess it's a good time to say that I've picked up an injury. And do you know where I think I picked it up from? I used, when we did the Wahoo photo shoot. In fact, I've got them here.
Yeah. Oh, that was like 4 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, but these have been sat on the shelf. So these, for those listening, are some. Is it Quark? Quooc. Quark.
Quark.
Some Quark shoes that we were given during a Wahoo photo shoot. And they've just sat on the shelf and I've not really touched them. Now, this is why everyone should go and get a bloody bike fit, because I wore them and I went out and I only did an hour and a half. And since then, my feet have been, one foot has been in absolute agony. I can't remember what it is that I've got. It's like some sort of tendonitis in the ball of my big toe. And I just can't walk on it. What?
Really?
Yeah, it's absolute agony. And what's making it worse is, because like walking is pretty essential to life, I'm walking on the outside of my foot, so now I'm picking an injury up on the outside of my foot, like a real sore feeling on the other end. So,
and you'll probably end up like straining your calf muscle.
Oh mate, I can already feel it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did the Wahoo live stream last week. It was agony. Then I think I raced, and I did the Donny Chain Gang on Zwift, and again, it's all right when you're just tickling the pedals, but as soon as you put any power down, that's it. It's absolute agony.
Yeah,
it's a bit of it's not like a proper injury when you break something, you've got something to show for it. You've got it in a cast or you've got some sort of splint on and people go, wow, they've had a serious injury. No wonder they're not riding bikes. But like I can carry on walking. It's just bloody painful and I can ride, but again, it's painful. And what's the point? Yeah.
And the thing is sort of like with cycling, those little niggles are the worst type of pains. Like, if you've got a little bit of an injury to your leg and, like my background's BMX racing, you can get around the BMX track because it's only a 40-second effort.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not the best idea to do that, but you can get over it if it's not the most painful of pain. But with cycling, because you're just constantly doing that repetitive action for hours on end, or in your case, probably an hour on it.
Minutes on end.
Minutes on end. It gets, it's hard to do. But speaking of broken bones, that just reminded me, my little cousin, he snapped his arm 2 days ago.
Really?
He fell off his trampoline, and snapped his arm in 2 places. I think he needed a rod and a plate put into his arm. So
there you go, kids.
Shout out to Matt for that.
Don't jump on trampolines.
No,
Unbelievable.
don't fall off them. You can jump on them, just don't fall off them.
So, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. What should we do for an injury, Cam? Like, how do I proceed with this? Because I'm thinking, I had such a genius of an idea that's going to get me bare views for a video, right? But I can't do it because I know I won't be able to get through what I need to get through on the video.
What is it? I'll do it.
I'm not telling you. To be fair, what it is not a challenge for you. But it's a challenge for like a brand new cyclist or a fat boy like me. So, but I want to do it, but I know that I could do it now, but it's going to probably put me out for another 2 weeks.
What I learned in A-level PE was RICE. So when you can pick up an injury, you want to rest it, you want to ice it, you want to compress it, and you want to elevate it. So that's my advice to you.
So the rest of the podcast will be done with my foot up on the table.
On a serious note, I'm not too sure because at the minute you can't really. I mean, you can go to the
doctor,
physio.
Can you?
But are they not classed as essential workers?
I don't think so. I wouldn't say maybe an NHS physio is, but not.
I don't know.
Not like Dave down the road.
I think just go through the process. Like just rest up, heal, let yourself get better, and then when it's better, do the get back on it. It's not kind
of sucks
when you've got it, and it does suck. But like when you've got an injury, and like I've learned this over the years, maybe more so because of BMX, when you're higher, more prone to injuries. But the one thing you should never ever do is rush back from an injury, and try and kind of subside that injury, or whatever. Just let it do its thing. And come on, Chris, you know this. You're an ex-PT and you know about muscles and bones and stuff. So
yeah, I know. But it's easier said than done. It's like someone tells you not to train, but you don't listen to anybody else's advice, do you? All you want to do is get out there and ride, and especially your own advice. You never listen to your own advice.
No, and especially now, there's not a lot else going on, and as soon as something like that's taken away from you, you realize that you want to ride more than you kind of originally thought you wanted to ride.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching this and wondering what I'm doing, by the way, I'm not. I've got this. It's called a peanut. It's 2 tennis balls taped together. It's 2 tennis balls taped together that makes it look like a peanut, and I just roll my foot on it.
Interesting.
I'm trying to make it better, but yeah, frustrating. Anyway, what's been your biggest ever injury then, Cam?
Probably the ligaments, tearing the ligaments in my ankle.
They're pretty strong, aren't they?
Yeah, and I mean they always say ligament, doing damage to your ligaments are worse than breaks, and in my opinion, it definitely was. I was quite a bit younger when I broke my arm and my leg, so I vaguely remember it, but not really.
On a bike?
No, I just fell over and yeah, it wasn't cycling related. But the one the injury that vividly is kind of vivid in my mind is doing my ligaments. I can still remember it now, and I was probably about 14 or 15 at the time, and basically I just I fell off my bike at the skate park. I was going up a quarter pipe, and as I jumped in the air and turned, I pushed my bike back, and my ankle. So as I was coming down the lander, I how do you explain it? Could you imagine if you extend your toes down,
mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just push them down like that.
Yeah.
Between my ankle and my foot, it was just straight. And
a ballet dancer.
Yeah.
Point the toes.
Exactly. But
your toes landed on. But
my toes don't do that. I'll tell you that for free. And I was on crutches for about 5 months, I think.
No way.
Yeah. And that was honestly, mate, that was so painful. And even the process of the recovery process, going to the physio and having ultrasound on it, every week, it was a long process. And even now, I don't know if I've ever done it when I'm with you, but I roll my ankle so easily and I have to be so careful when I'm walking. So, I don't wear any support. It's not that bad, but occasionally I will roll my ankle when it's a bit of an uneven ground. And I think that's just because my foot's still slightly weak now,
mm-hmm.
8 years on or whatever it is. So that's probably my worst injury.
Friggin' hell. That's pretty bad, that is.
But it was pretty sick because obviously I was in school at the time and I used to be able to leave lessons 5 minutes earlier because I was on crutches just to avoid like the bloody mass brawls to get to your next lessons. So that was pretty sick.
Every cloud has a silver lining, mate. That's so they say.
And the amount of friends I made in that time, because everyone's like, "Oh, I'll come with you and carry your bag."
Yeah,
like,
of course you will, dickhead.
What about you? What's your worst injury?
Oh, mate, broke both scaphoids in both wrists. That hurt. One popping a wheelie on my bike and my front wheel fell out. Yeah. You know, when you're a kid and you...
Did you do that on purpose? Did you try and think, "Oh, it'd be cool to ride one with one wheel"?
Absolutely not. We were messing about doing these races, and for the 2 weeks prior to it, my front quick release kept coming loose. So I'm probably the same age, 14, 15 here, and I couldn't work out why it kept coming loose. Turns out I kept trying to tighten it the wrong way around. And back in those days, there was no like little safety catchers to hold the wheel in if it falls out.
Yeah.
So I set off as fast as I could, like a BMX start, set off on this mountain bike down a hill, like messing about, popped a little wheelie, showing off like, because I'm accelerating so fast. Literally, the front wheel just dropped. As soon as it touched the ground, it twisted, and just the forks just went straight through the spokes, and it just stopped me dead, and I just went, boo!
I know that feeling as well. I know that feeling as well because quite a few times, because you always see people on like Fabio Wilmer, the I think he's Swiss, the mountain bike guy, the Red Bull guy. He always like does these cool videos on Instagram where he's like riding along, pops a wheelie, and his front wheel drops down. And he's like, he just rides like one wheel. So I'm like, oh, I can do that. How hard can that be? And it's pretty hard because the weight of the front end completely changes when you've not got a wheel.
Yeah, I bet.
So a few times I've been like riding up and down the road out of my house and just like done it a few times, and it's like the most scary thing because it's like as soon as this front end goes down, you've got handlebars, something bad's gonna happen. So yeah,
that's dangerous. So yeah, I ended up breaking a scaphoid. The last thing my friend's mum said to us before we left the house: "Don't do anything stupid. I'm not taking anybody to hospital." And there was me in hospital. Yeah. Well, thankfully it kind of healed itself, but yeah, that's probably the worst.
Yeah. I guess that's the beauty of having accidents when you're young. Like you heal dead quick, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah. So what else is happening in the world of cycling? Have you been doing much riding?
Trying to get back into some sort of structured training at the minute. Haven't really been doing. I've still been training, I've still been riding, but kind of just for the fun of it at the minute, rather than like much structure or specificity.
Wow.
I think like most people, you just lack a bit of motivation. Like when you've got no goals to train for.
So I've like, what's in terms of like what you know about what's happening in the racing scene? Are you getting any like information from the team who are in touch with British Cycling who say, actually, we know that we're going to be able to race X, Y, and Z then, or not? Or are you in the dark as much as everybody else?
Yeah, definitely. Like I heard Tour Britain was off a couple of weeks ago, or I heard like it was a strong chance it was going to be off. Like obviously nothing was confirmed, but the rumors started going around a few weeks ago. But in terms of like the domestic racing, I think British Cycling is still. I think the most recent announcement is like the end of June or the start of July. They're hoping to get racing back up and running, but it's like, what does British Cycling know that the government doesn't? You know, I guess at the minute, like it's like anything in it. At the minute, nothing kind of clear cut, and things change literally day by day at the minute. So does
the UK race scene need to happen this year? Like you look at the Tour de France, and people are saying if the Tour de France doesn't happen, like Astana, they're going to disappear. There's going to be other teams that disappear. The amount of sponsors that they potentially might lose in the future. But then you look at the British scene and like Tour of Britain's not going ahead, and that is the biggest platform for any UK domestic team to be able to get themselves out there and expose themselves. But like without the racing scene in Britain, is anybody going to lose their jobs? Are people not going to put money back into it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Like, there's a few rumors going around, and I don't want to kind of speculate
Do it.
don't
That's
wanna-
what we do here on my channel. Speculation is the best. So right, let's.
I get in trouble.
let's
I'll get a
make this up.
text.
So
I'll get a call in about an hour's time. Say, why the FPC? No, I've heard a few rumors that like it's not good for a few teams. I've also heard a couple of rumors that some teams are asking for bikes back already.
what off of riders?
Off of riders, yeah.
Shoot.
So yeah, it's a tricky one. Like the whole does it need to happen situation. I don't know. There's teams are definitely struggling.
So I guess the next question is, if teams are asking for the bikes back now, apart from Lincoln and a couple of other prems, where do these sponsors think they're getting the value for money?
Well, they're not. Like they're not. It's as simple as that.
But no, I know they're not now because of everything that's happening. But if everything was going ahead, would they be happy with the fact that they've had a couple of bikes seen in the Lincoln GP and a couple of other prems? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think like, especially like from on an elite level team in the UK, a lot of the guys that put money into the teams and sponsor and back teams are doing it just for the love of it, aren't they? They're not necessarily. They're kind of doing it for some sort of publicity and recognition, but a lot of guys are kind of doing it because it's their, it's their love child, and they got a bit of extra cash that they're going to kind of invest it within.
So they're the ones. Racing. They're the ones not asking for the bikes back then. So there you go, people already digging in here.
And like I said, this is just allegedly, all right. I'm not kind of saying anything.
Have you got a bike, Cam? You know how to take your bike back or anything, have you?
No, it's all good.
Good.
I'm all good, and I'm thankful at the minute that I'm supported by a company like Ribble because.
All right, easy. I'm not sponsored by him. So don't be that name.
Ribble have been really cool, and they've also been there's other bright brands available
like Basso.
They've also been, yeah, like that B word. But no, what I like about Ribble at the minute is they're doing a lot of when you're seeing on Twitter and stuff when NHS workers' bikes getting stolen and they're posting on Twitter like my bike's got stolen. If you see this bike, it's mine. I'm an NHS worker. I need it to get to work. They've been giving away so many bikes to NHS workers and people like that, who need bikes, and they're doing good work.
I wish I knew it was that easy to get a bike.
Come on, mate.
Hey, come on! Don't tell me you've looked at those tweets and gone, "Are they really an NHS worker?"
Just stick doctor in your bio and
Dr. Pritchard.
Let's talk about Froome. Where's he off to?
He's not off anywhere. I spoke about this in news show. He's not off anywhere. Not this year.
I heard a rumor that there's a new British World Tour team starting up.
Oh, hey,
I want to speculate.
Now he wants to speculate.
Now I want to speculate because this is just completely off the top of my head.
Are you making this up? Is this your rumor?
No, this is legit, mate. There was an article in L'Equipe, the French sporting newspaper, that there is going to be a new British team. The rumors are there's a new British World Tour team, and it's by a very wealthy British company backer. And I think
Cameron Jeffers.
Here we go. Cameron Jeffers Limited. No, I think it's old Beardy Branson from Virgin, because Virgin, big company,
slightly,
a lot of coin, a lot of the old cheddar, a lot of cheese. And he's a big cycling fan. He's always posting on social media that he's out cycling, and he's always posting on Instagram and stuff that he's cycling. And I think now's the time for old Beardy get into cycling. He's going to set up his own World Tour team that's going to be called Team Virgin.
You're a shoe-in for it then, aren't you? Oh, listen, right? I'm gonna call your Richard Branson. I'm gonna raise you.
Go on.
With Sir Alan Sugar.
Oh.
Team Amstrad.
Amstrad. That was it. I was thinking Amtech. Amstrad.
Almost.
Yeah, he's also an
no, he's a bigger fan of cycling than old Beardy Boy.
Here we go. They combine.
Alan Branson. Boom. Virgin Strad.
I'm Virgin.
I'm
Team
Virgin.
I'm a Virgin.
Wow. That'd be amazing, though. Imagine another British... I never think of, like... You just imagine that the teams are the teams now, and you never envisage another team coming to play, especially a British team. Cam, that's amazing. That's going to be my title for the podcast. New British World Tour team? ?
Let's get a thumbnail.
So, where did this rumor come? How have I not heard of this rumor? Where's this come from?
It was circulating on Twitter over the last few days.
Really?
Yeah, mate.
To be fair, I don't look
on social media.
I don't look at social media over the weekend, so.
No,
Very
interesting.
interesting.
I don't look too much, but yeah. And I think if there's going to be another British World Tour team, I think it'll be interesting to see one if Froome moves. I don't think he is, but if he does, I think it'd be interesting to see whether he can then go on to win the Tour de France with this new team, because then we'll kind of see whether it was him that won the Tour de France over the Ineos mentality of marginal gains and their kind of infrastructure and all of that, all of the kind of background work that goes into Ineos. I think it's going to be an interesting. I think for the sport, if he did move teams, it'd be sick. Like straight up, it'd be sick.
Do you think Do you think he's going to be there? Do you think he's going to come back to the former glory of his previous years?
I think he could. From what you kind of hear about Froome is he's a very self-disciplined and he's a very motivated person. And I think, if he has that target and maybe new objectives with a new team, then I definitely think that he could be back to his best. He's not too old, is he? Like he's early 30s now, so
mid-30s. 34, is he? 35? 34.
Is he?
Yeah. Starting to get over the hill. But didn't Nibali win like the Giro of La Vuelta when he was like 74?
Chris Horner won it at about 90, I think. No, I think Chris Horner won the Vuelta at about 42. So maybe even older.
Do you think another British World Tour team will come in with the British mentality of because Team Sky started as pretty much a team for British riders, didn't it? Although they had foreigners in there, it was predominantly built around the British riders. Whereas you look at other teams and they're not necessarily built around the specific nationality of said team, are they?
Yeah, no, I think the most sensible option would not be to have a British only team. Like obviously, there's so much talent in Britain now, but all of the biggest talent has kind of been swooped up by Ineos, and there's so many. You think all of like the young Colombians coming through, the Italians, like there's a lot of good young riders, foreign riders coming through. South America in general, you look at all those boys that were born up at altitude and from altitude. Like there's some good young riders coming through. So I think it makes sense to not have a British only team.
Wow, yeah,
because you look at any from a football point of view. All right, maybe some of the Spanish teams are predominantly Spanish players in La Liga. Wait, is La Liga is that the Spanish?
Yeah, Spanish.
Yeah, some of those teams have kind of got predominantly Spanish guys, but you look at the Premier League, the best football league in the world. A lot of the teams have got foreign players on.
It's rare to see an English player in the Premier League nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why does cycling have to have that patriotic?
I guess why does Ineos need to do it? Why did they, or Team Sky? Why did they feel the need to make it about Britain? And make it about British riders? No idea?
No idea.
Fuck it then. Well, I guess we should wrap it up there. What you don't think Froome's going to move though, right?
I don't think so. I think Brailsford will pay him too much to leave.
Do you think Brailsford will just pay him just to keep him, to stop him going elsewhere? And then not use him.
Yeah, no, I think he'll use him, but I think he'll pay him just enough for him to keep him. Like Brailsford's a smart guy, there's a reason he's won so many Tour de France's. So.
But if Froome's over the hill, what's the point in keeping him? And if he's not over the hill, surely he is capable of winning the Tour. So if they keep him, They're basically saying this man can still win the Tour because they would not put Chris Froome in a super domestique role now. The man's got 4 Grand Tours. So if they sign him, they're saying, we believe this man is the team leader. And then what will that say to Egan Bernal and Geraint, him staying on for another couple of years? That'll be like them saying, well, we've got to have to work for this guy now.
We might have another movie star situation where everyone's just every man for themselves.
I can't see Team Ineos doing that because that ain't a marginal gain, is it?
Lander's attacking Valverde, and it'll be like Lander and Froome versus Bernal and Valverde.
Yeah, you'll just hear it on the team car. Right, guys, it's every man for themselves up this hill, and then they're just attacking each other, and the other teams are just stood there watching.
Yeah, how good would that be?
That would be pretty brilliant. But I could see Egan Bernal's ego getting the better of him, and him doing what Froome could have done to Wiggins back in 2012.
Yeah,
where he goes, you know what? Actually, screw this. I know how good I feel. I'm not working for this old geese. Bang, gone.
So maybe this is why we need more teams. So there's kind of more competition, and then the 3 big teams don't just sign all the best players up. Who knows?
Then here's a question before we finish: who's going to lose their World Tour status to bring in a new British team, or do they just make more World Tour licenses available? You've got to get rid. Right, Cam, you've got to get rid of one team in the World Tour.
One team? Oh, who do I get? Probably someone like AG2R or...
That was mine straight away. Bang. Brown shorts? No. Out. Yeah.
Just because, yeah. Like, when you think of, I don't know, I'd say either, probably AG2R or FDJ. There you go.
You got something against the French?
Yeah. No, I love the French. I love the French. I love decathlon. So
wow, I know where you're coming from though, because they
no, but when
they
you
don't do anything.
When you think of teams, when you think of like the guys that win races, and you think of the guys that are the most active, and I mean AG2R does have some good climbers, and
Warren Barguil's there.
Yeah, exactly. Is he?
Uh-huh. Wait, am I thinking of Bardet? I might be thinking of Bardet.
I think you are, mate. Barguil doesn't Barguil ride for
Arkea?
Yeah, no, yeah, okay, Samsung.
French again, same thing.
Samsung.
Wait, he was there. He was at AG2R though, right?
No.
I must have been. Bardet, Barguil, same difference. What's the difference?
Both French.
Both French, both climb. Same thing. All right, everybody. Let's wrap it up there. Once again, another high-quality production coming out of Cameron Jeffers' face and Chris Pritchard's face. Cameron, last words with you, as ever.
See you next week for another 40 minutes of just chatting pure cheddar.